The following is a presentation of TFNN. Live at TFNN, the Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. Brought to you by Nadex. Now, Tom O'Brien, Darrell Martin, and Steve Rhodes.
Welcome, folks. Darrell Martin, Tom O'Brien. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, you get the Dow off 68, NASDAQ down 11, S&Ps are off 5.5. We got gold flat, silver's down 12. Bonds are up 17 ticks, and King Dollar's down 338. And, folks, if you haven't test drove the Nadex platform yet, jump over to our website at TFNN. You're going to see the banner right in the very top or the side. You can hit that banner. You can bring up right here, right now, an account. It takes about all of a minute to set up an account. They'll put $25,000 of funny money into your account, and you can sit here and trade along with Darrell and I. And then when you get comfortable with that platform, you can put real money in it, and you'll see that your trade is your stop, which is pretty phenomenal. And all you need is a little volatility. And you have some high probability trades, or as Darrell does many times on his own show at 1 to 2 Eastern Standard Time every trading day. You'll see that if you have no volatility and there's only 15 minutes left in expiration, it's just as good, which is just a mind blower. Darrell Martin, what's going on?
Hey, man, how you doing?
I'm doing great, man. You ready for a good day, a good weekend?
I am. My daughter just wrapped up. She's been going to chess camp at the University of Texas, the Dallas location.
Yeah.
And yeah, she's 6, so she just she's a smart little kid.
I'll tell you, man, that is so cool. And you know, it's funny, folks. If you've never seen how this works, Tommy played a lot of chess. Okay, and we used to go to different places on weekends. And if you've never seen anything like this, most of the time it's in school cafeterias. And oh my God, as far as you could look, everyone's playing chess, right? It's pretty intense, man. I know. Watching the that's so cool, man.
And she ended up tying first place.
So that's huge, man. No, the thought process.
Yeah, they got a stalemate.
Yeah, the thought process is unreal, man. There's no doubt about it. It's really cool.
Yeah, she goes in there and like she was teaching me a few things this week.
Yeah,
so I was like, I did not know. Like I mean, I've been teaching her all along, and my mom taught me. You know, so grandma teaches her too, and well, the great thing about it is it teaches, you know, I mean, obviously, you know, this has been done throughout history, but, I mean, it teaches people to think multiple layers ahead. If I do this, then that happens, then this happens, then that happens, and it's really cool watching because, you know, when they first start, it's just, how does the piece move? Yes. But then it's more of a, if I move this, why am I moving this piece? Not just move, but why am I moving it, and what am I trying to accomplish? And they start going, I can see her thinking about 4 or 5 levels deep now in her critical thinking.
I can tell you, I really enjoyed watching those tournaments because they're, well, a couple different things. For that reason, and they're so large, it's like, and you're seeing so many young people just sitting down being so intense. It's like, oh, man, this is a trip. No doubt.
And I mean, you know, like watch when you were teaching Tommy as he's growing up. I mean, you saw him like more and more levels of critical thinking. And,
oh yeah. And
it's funny because she's a trader too. You know, I've been teaching her to trade all along since she was, you know, almost 3. She was 2 years old, and so we've been trading since then together. And so I mean, it really ties in together because you're thinking, okay, if I do this, then this happens, then I do this, then this, then this. You know, so
there's
a lot of similarities.
Oh, big time. Big time, okay? Because it's all a probability business. And we talk probabilities, folks. If you haven't opened that Nadex account yet, open it up. I can tell you this is going to be a sweet day out here right now. You get the Dow down 78, NASDAQ's down 12.
This is lighting up.
Oh, let me tell you something. You know, okay, so you're going to love this. I'm bullish on gold, folks, but I already just sold gold this morning. And why? Because
is everything going down?
Well, yeah. So watch this. Right, this is going to be wild. What you have is this: the dollar. In fact, the dollar has just finishing up. It looks to me like a Tiger Gartley, which means it's a buy, folks. Okay, the dollar index is at 81.70. It's at 81.30. That's the exact number. And what you have is that inside the Nadex platform here, if you take a look at this. I can tell you, so there's a contract that started at 10 o'clock, and that contract on gold was, what did I do here? I sold the 35s. So 1335, what happens is that you can sell right now. These are already in the money, but you could still do the same thing. Let me see this again. So 1335, yeah, I got them at 1329.50, but they're 1328. And this is a spread, folks. Okay, so what it means by a spread, in this particular case, you're selling it, and what I'm saying is that it's going to close. Yeah, it's still not that bad. My reward versus risk was better than this, but you can do 10 contracts. You're risking 670 to make 830 by noontime, and all it has to. Well, in this particular case, you'd want it you're selling it at 1328.20. The first ones I sold were at almost 1329.20.
Now, where do you think it's going?
Well, when I take a look at this, okay, that what you have is this, okay. So if we bring it up, the spike we just had, I love these spikes. So because what happens is this,
right.
The spike that we just had, folks, was 6,000 contracts, okay, at 10 o'clock. Well, it's going into 10,000 contracts, and the top of the 10,000 contract is 1328.60, and we're at 1328.60. So that's saying
nice.
to me, okay, that's not going to make that, no big deal. And I'm not looking for a big downdraft, but I'm looking for like 1324 by noontime. That's what I'm looking for. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's
sweet.
And the other side of it, folks, okay, is that it would have been sweeter if it was closer to 1325, but it wasn't at 10 o'clock. So we'll see where that baby shakes out. But I get plenty of time to make money here. That's the real bottom line. Got 2 hours.
And then let's see here. I want to check one other thing out for it as well. And with that, so we have the scanners. We got the binary scanner. We did that massive upgrade, which makes it lightning fast now.
Yes. And
something you can do is you can go on and let's see if there's even any room. I mean, this thing's been moving so much lately. And you're saying 1324, right? By 12?
Right.
So there's different ways. What's cool is there's different ways now to make money on Nadex.
Okay.
So there's actually a 1324.3. This one would actually be risking $23.
Okay.
Okay, it's a binary.
Yes.
It's the 12 o'clock expiration, 1324.3. So if you thought it was just going to get down to 1324, you could buy it back at 50. Okay.
Okay.
Or you could let it settle below it. So if you bought it back at 50, you'd basically risk $25 to make $25.
Yeah.
If you trailed it, if you're going to watch it a little bit, I mean, you could make up to $75 on the trade. And one of the things we can do on here is we can always go in and set this. And this is one of the things that we've added that's really fast. Now, it used to be pretty slow, but now it's pretty fast. Is we can go in and put like 1324 right there.
Yes.
And it'll instantly tell us, what will the value of the binary be. So like 1324.3.
Right. Hey,
notice how it tells us it'll be worth $51.
Let's do this. Let's go over and go. I want do the scanner on the dollar right now. Okay. So what's going to happen here, folks, is this: the dollar versus the euro. All right.
Okay.
Because right now DXU3. So DX. Just give me 1 second here. So come on. Okay, good. Okay, so the dollar, the dollar index got down to 81.64. And if I'm saying the dollar is going to be up there at 81.92, that's what we're going to be looking for here. And I expect, folks, see, this is what my take is on this, folks. We're in harmony in a big way, and the harmony is this. The S&P's already failed at the high. That bonds
over and over again.
Yeah,
I can't break that 17.
The bonds are going higher. The dollar index came down with lighter volume right to a target Gartley, and I expect before the end of today, that's also going to reject lower price. And when you put all of those together, bottom line for me, that says that we get a correction happening, and it's going to be good old King Dollar again that roars its head up. So what I'm saying is I want to go long the dollar versus the euro inside the Nadex platform.
All right, so we're going short euro dollar.
Yes.
Okay, well, we have two different ways we can do it. We can do the spreads or the binaries, either one.
I want to do the spreads.
All right, let's hop on over.
What the difference is, folks, is that the binaries, there's no doubt that the binaries are grand slams, okay? What happens with the spreads is that you are taking less risk, and you'll make less money, but that's...
the spreads can actually make more money if you get a bigger move.
Yeah, no, I'm with you there. Right.
The binaries are you could make more money on a smaller move if there's very little time, but you have to have the move.
And exactly, you have to be 100% right. Right.
Or you take a less, if you hold on to it. Now you can close it too. I close them all the time.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
So, but if I'm doing trend trading, I'll go in and grab the binaries too.
Right.
But, for big moves, the spreads are where the money's at. The cool thing about the spreads, and I think this is the most attractive thing about them, is they're almost exactly like trading the actual euro dollar.
It is, exactly.
So there's not really a big learning curve on them. Yeah,
right.
You have to do a lot of statistical type plays, like with the binaries. The spreads are look at your chart, buy or sell, buy or sell.
Exactly.
Just which one do I do?
Exactly.
So, and it took me a long time before I warmed up at all of the binaries. I mean, like even a year ago, I didn't like the binaries.
No.
So,
yeah.
And I'm just now starting to warm up to them, but I had to really get in. I had to dig into them a lot to figure out, okay, what is a decent way to play these with a consistent probability?
Right.
You know?
And what will happen, folks, is that when you test drive the Nadex platform, first thing you're going to do is go into the binaries, because everyone does. Because when you score huge, folks, okay? But your probabilities are just not the same as in the spread. So I suggest that get your head wrapped around the spreads, because, it's a little printing box. And so it really is.
Now, for lunchtime, you can get the probabilities way in your favor, but then the risk goes way against you.
Yeah.
So, that's what I do during lunch, because lunch is usually pretty, blah, pretty flat.
Yes.
And I was always I would talk to you about that. I was like, man, my show's during lunchtime, and nothing's happening during lunchtime. And it's like, all right, well, how am I going to make money with that?
Right.
So now I'll go in and I'll do them, but I'll do them in the money. So as long as the market stays where it's at, goes in the direction I want it to, or goes against me a little bit, I actually still profit on the binary. But I'm taking on a higher risk to do that. So it's sort of like doing a credit spread, type thing. So
okay, so the Euro USD.
Okay. We got it up. We got one that expires at 12.
Yeah, I'll take the 12. I think this move's gonna happen right now, man.
Okay, well, the 12 o'clock one right here is going to be your 1320, 220 to 3320.
I got it. Okay, so on that one there, folks, okay, if I'm going to sell it, and if I'm selling... So that's not bad. So if I sell 10 of them, I get a risk. Okay, so here's my risk. My risk is 480 to make 520. So I'll sell 20 of them.
And that's your max risk.
That's a max. That's right. That's right.
You don't have to take on that total risk.
No, I'm with you.
You can decide to get out. So
exactly.
That's so important, I think, to stress to people. So, all right, cool. Well, let's pick it back up when we get back from this break.
Oh, you know what just happened? I don't believe this. Someone's right on me. So I didn't get it. I'm in line right now. You stay right there. We'll come right back.
With over 3 decades of commodity trading experience, Andy Hecht has developed a system that combines both technicals and fundamentals. He calls this approach Technomental, and now you can put it to work for yourself with his brand new service, the Technomental Commodity Report. In this weekly newsletter, which comes out each Thursday morning, Andy gives you his analysis of the market price direction bias using fundamentals, and then specific trade recommendations including entry and exit points using technicals. The recommendations in the newsletter are always based on stocks and ETFs, so a futures account is not required, and Andy will often use options in the recommendations as well. Andy will tell you where to get in, where to get out, and he'll outline the risk-reward profile for all recommendations. To get your month-long free trial to the Technomental Commodity Report by Andy Hecht while locking in the low introductory rate, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
with the launch of Tiger TV. TFNN has brought our programming to the next level. With Tiger TV, you can gain access to each host's charts and computer screens as they host their daily stock program. Whether it's Tom O'Brien, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, David White, Larry Pesavento, Andy Hecht, Victor Jones, or Darrell Martin, you can catch all of our technicians hosting their programs live and archived on Tiger TV for your viewing pleasure 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you haven't checked out Tiger TV, then visit TFNN.com and see what you're missing.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investment strategy. You're always looking for the next trading opportunity to magnify your perspective. Direction Shares connects sophisticated traders with a powerful array of ETFs from a wide range of asset classes. The markets may go up and down, and you want tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
McEwen Mining is a high-growth, mid-tier producer in the Americas with a market capitalization of $1 billion. Experienced mining executive Rob McEwen, as chairman, CEO, and president, owns 25% of the outstanding shares of McEwen Mining and has put in place an ambitious business plan with the goal of qualifying for inclusion in the S&P 500 by 2015. With $70 million in cash and liquid assets as of the end of 2012 and completely debt-free, McEwen Mining is poised for growth. Production in 2013 is forecasted to grow at 24%, reaching 130,000 gold equivalent ounces, and over the next 3 years, McEwen Mining projects that their production will increase to 290,000 gold equivalent ounces, almost a threefold increase from last year's totals. If you'd like to find out more about McEwen Mining, click on their banner on the front page of TFNN.com or check them out on the NYSE or TSX under the symbol MUX.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Darrell and Tom O'Brien. Appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us. Right now, you get the Dow down 75, Nasdaq's off 8, S&Ps are off $4. And I did get that short euro. Someone jumped in ahead of me, but we got it. So, hey, the gold deal. So what happens, folks, is this. So picture, when I was selling gold, we're doing it at $1329.50. Now, the bottom of that, however, is only $1320. So we got it down $1.50 right now, and the way gold trades, folks, okay, you got to be cognizant of you can get spikes. So what I'm going to do here, I got 30 contracts, and what I'm doing is I'm turning around saying, okay, I want to buy them back. I'm not going to go for the whole 1320. I don't have to. I'm going to try to buy them back at 1321.50. So you want to make sure that once you get that trade in, whether it's a buy or a sell, you want to know what the other side of your contract is, and then you basically trade that whole aspect. And in this particular case, okay, what I'm doing specifically is saying, okay, we know that $2 or $3 in gold is nothing. Okay, that's like, give me a break. That's right. 2 seconds. So if it spikes down there,
we just fell $6.
Yeah, you want to make sure an order is in that you get that execution, because if the order's not in, you're not going to have enough time to basically, well, you may or may not, but the bottom line is that there's no reason not to have the order in, and you don't have to go for the whole 1320. You know, just in this particular case, if in fact that gets to the 1321 on those contracts, okay, it's going to be big money, because in this case, just where we are right now, 1326.80, that position is profitable by $600. So you could, you know, you're talking. You're talking big dollars very quickly if, in fact, it can spike down there. So
that's I mean, it's a beautiful setup, and it's still going too. So.
Yeah, no, exactly. And the in the Tiger's Den, you can see a miscommunication, folks. You want to make sure that if you understand, anyway, miscommunication is a bad deal. Anyway, in the den, no, I didn't sell my gold stocks, okay? I'm trading gold out here. One person said, do you sell your gold stocks? And someone else is agreeing, yes. We didn't even talk about stocks, okay? I'm talking about day trading, okay? Yeah. Go get the gold report. We own gold stocks and we're not selling them. God, unreal.
That's hilarious.
It is. It's sad. I'll tell you, it's sad. It really
You're like, I'm doing a trade that's expiring at noon.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Unreal.
That's classic.
Anyway, folks, if you haven't, bottom line, you know, bottom line, go over and test drive the product, folks, okay? If you want to really understand, you want to trade, and you want to trade in the aspect that your trade is your stop, and you get volatility. I'm going to tell you something. Today in the marketplace, folks, this is going to have follow-through. It's going to have all of the above, okay? You're talking where it's only 10:27 in the morning, and the acceleration is basically starting. And when you get 10:30 in the morning, on a Friday morning, and you have acceleration starting, there's going to be real action, particularly about how many times we've tested the highs, okay? All that has to happen now, which hasn't happened yet, is the dollar to reject that low. That dollar rejects that low and starts going topside. It's just going to put some destruction on a huge amount of stocks. You know, so.
Yep. Let's see here. Well, that's basically what we had. I mean, this morning too. The U.S. yen has just been getting slammed too. You looked at that?
Oh yeah, last night the Nikkei was down 3% last night, folks.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's been fantastic, and you can trade the Nikkei on Nadex.
Yeah, no, there's no doubt. And what you have is that the Nikkei, folks, okay, is going to be a beautiful buy, but that buy is another 3,000 points down. You know, so we're at 14,120 right now, and you know, you can really basically kill that baby. So on the Nadex platform, talk to me about the Nikkei and trading that.
Basically, you can trade it. Let's see here. Let's see. Well, one of the cool things, and this is actually just a good thing, I'll show this on the screen too, is over on Nadex this is more for, you know, people watching.
Yes.
But, you know, when you're trying to figure out like what markets you can trade and everything, you go on Nadex's website.
Yes.
You just click on markets, and you can choose commodities, forex, indices. And so you can go over here and go to contract specs to find the hours and to find out what the underlying market is. Okay? So if we go there to contract specs and we go rest of the world. So you got U.S. and rest of the world. And then there you go. You got the Japan 225, which is the Singapore. This is important. It is the Singapore Nikkei 225.
Okay.
It's not the CME Nikkei 225.
Oh, big time. Hey, you stay right there, folks. Darrell Martin, Tom O'Brien. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Dow is down 90, Nasdaq's off 11, S&P's off 7.5. We're going to be right back.
With the stock market flirting with all-time highs and volatility back, now is the perfect time for a 2-week free trial to Market Insights. On Monday, June 24th, Tom O'Brien closed out all 5 open positions in his daily newsletter, Market Insights, with all trades being profitable and ranging from a 2.23% gain all the way to more than an 11% gain in just one position for an incredible 32.7% profit combined between the 5 trades. Let Tom O'Brien's years of market experience work for you. If you'd like to see for yourself what kind of trading newsletter Tom O'Brien delivers to his clients each morning, then now is a perfect time to sign up for a 2-week free trial to his daily newsletter, Market Insights. In a volatile market like we currently have, the potential for fast market moves like we've seen recently is a trader's dream. So don't wait any longer. Sign up for your 2-week free trial to Market Insights today at the front page of TFNN.com.
No matter where you listen to TFNN programming, we want you to know you can always access your favorite shows on demand through TFNN.com. TFNN airs live programming every market day from 9 a.m. till 6 p.m. Eastern, and you can view each program by accessing Tiger TV through our homepage. We even have an easy link for all mobile devices, including iPhones and iPads, located at the top right-hand corner of the TFNN homepage. You can use your smartphone to view Tiger TV, but if you don't have a mobile connection that can keep up with streaming live video, then you can simply visit TFNN.mobi in the browser of your smartphone for live streaming audio of all of our programs. The mission of TFNN is to educate our audience directly and interactively through our interactive website and radio call and talk shows. TFNN is able to teach all levels of investors the technical skills needed to trade in today's marketplace. In order to get the best information possible, TFNN has assembled the most respected financial minds in the country to provide the most current news and comprehensive advice available. TFNN.com. Educating investors.
Darrell Martin coined the phrase diagnostic trading, and we're happy to announce that his diagnostic box spread analyzer has finally been released. The Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer helps you easily identify the best box spreads on Nadex in seconds, plus you receive access to the diagnostic deviation levels, as well as step-by-step training videos teaching you how to trade Nadex spreads so you can quickly master the mechanics of this simple yet powerful trading instrument. By pulling live data from the Nadex exchange, the Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer does all the math for you, calculating risk, reward potential, distance to break even for both outright spreads and spreads used to hedge the underlying market. Visit the front page of TFNN.com today to get your 2-week free trial to Darrell Martin's Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer and gain access to the valuable information it can provide when trading the Nadex box spreads. Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's Nadex.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Darrell Martin, Tom O'Brien. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Folks, if you haven't test drove the Nadex platform yet, come over to our website at TFNN. You can hit that banner, pull up the platform. Takes all about a minute and a half to bring an account up. They'll put $25,000 of funny money into it, and you can basically trade right along with us, and you can see how this works. And then when you get comfortable with it, you can put real money in, and you'll see that your trade is your stop, which is just phenomenal. Out here right now, you get the Dow off $90. You get S&P's down 7, Nasdaq's off 12. Inside the market itself, okay, you talk about Expedia. Expedia is just getting taken to the cleaners, folks. And if you want to see something that when you're hanging at highs with no volume, Expedia has it all. It's down $16.85 right now. You put this up, what you're going to see is that it was hanging at these highs for about 8 months. And you had a chance to get out of it. The first acceleration down into May proved that, hey, guess what? You're coming down with volume. The equity had gone, so the equity had made a high on a weekly basis with 3.2 million after doing 10 million. Then right off the bat, it comes down with 6 million, and then it comes down with 6 million again. It goes back up with 2.6. Okay, so check it out. So you get a high out there with 3, you come down with 6, you go back up and test it with 2. Guess what? Destruction. And, you know, in all of an hour, the equity has just given back July of 2012. Okay, and now the equity is destroyed now, by the way. Okay, you know, this equity is going to, the next stop down for this equity is 42 to 30 bucks, and right now you have $48. Pretty wild, man. It looks like whether it's Trip or Home Away, one of those you know, guys that basically taking their bread. That's what it looks like. So we're talking with Darrell. We're talking about right now the Nikkei, but we're talking about the Nikkei in the context of trading the Nadex product, and Darrell's explaining to us that you got to make sure that you understand what exchange that it is trading on, right?
Exactly. Because you want to make sure you're looking at the right instrument.
Yes.
You know, sometimes people come in and like they'll see the S&P 500 and they'll look at the SPX index.
Okay.
You know, it's not the SPX index, it's the S&P 500 E-mini future contract.
Right. Yes. Big difference.
So,
big
yeah,
difference.
don't be looking at the spiders.
Points, folks, right.
Yeah, and sometimes those points, I mean, they mean a lot.
Oh, they...
Hey, well, I remember when I first came on, we were looking at stuff, and you're like, wow, that's a massive difference. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And, I mean, sometimes it's just because looking at the right instrument.
Sure.
You know, because you can think it's a better or a worse trade than it is.
Right.
By not looking at the right one. The other thing is, like, when you're looking at the futures, you need to look at the actual contract month.
Right.
Which is in the name of the contract.
Okay.
So, you know, it'll tell you, like, let's say if we're looking over at the spreads.
Yes.
Right here. Then you'll actually see in the name, it'll say, let's pull up a future. Like on the S&P 500, it'll say September. So you have to make sure you look at the September month, because this is new for some people that haven't traded futures that are getting into Nadex.
That's right.
You know, and you don't need to be looking at the December contract or whatever. You know, Nadex follows the front month. And so now if you are a futures trader, it could also throw you off, because like on corn, like right now, I think they're following like either August or September, even though on a future, if you're trading the futures market, you're trading like November, December on corn and soybeans.
Right.
Because they're following the front month. So you got to make sure you're following the right month, which is, it's not hard. There's no rocket science to it. It literally says the name of the month in the contract.
Let's walk through con. I want to get this straight in my own head here. So, in con, right now, interesting. So the rollover is happening. I see. So you have the December contract has 40,000 contracts, and the September has 27. So what month is Nadex trading right now?
It's falling September.
September. Okay, interesting. So the rollover is happening. I got it. Okay, cool.
So
okay.
Now the thing is, and then they'll follow, you know, October, whatever. So they follow the front month.
Yeah, I got it. Okay, period.
And so therefore,
until the total roll is done. I got it. Okay, right.
Exactly. So they literally are going to keep following that front month. So you got to make sure you're on.
Right.
Because I mean, you're going to September versus December. That can be a pretty massive difference.
Well, in this particular case, folks, that difference in con is 20 cents right now. 20 cents, folks, in con is a fortune.
So you're over there thinking that like Nadex is off its rocker, and you just don't know you're looking at the wrong contract.
Yeah. Right.
And what we do on the scanner to help out with this, to make this even easier, we actually tell you on the right side.
Yeah.
See how it says the CLBT Corn September 2013 future contract?
Right.
And then we give like the two symbol formats like ZC0913 or ZCU3.
Yes.
So if you're using Thinkorswim or whatever, you know, I know we have a lot of TOS users on here.
Yep.
And then we give you the tick size. Like the Nadex tick size is 0.1.
Okay.
Every tick's worth $1. You know, if you're trading over on CBOT, the corn is ticks in quarters, and every tick's worth 12.5. Just like, you know, S&P.
This is an amazing piece of software you put together, man. It really is.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is really cool, man.
And then for equalizing it too, we got 5 Nadex corn contracts to 1 corn future.
Wow. So, folks, what you would do is this with Darrell's Analyzer. Folks, first you'd get the account set up. Because the Analyzer has everything to do with, it's not going to tell you which way the market's going to go. What it's going to tell you is that when you have an understanding of what your speculation is, where the market's going to go, it is going to tell you what the best contract to trade in the parameters that we're talking about, meaning the parameters as to where it goes with price, where you think it's going to go time-wise, okay, and what you're willing to risk. And that's the really cool part, because it is telling you laid out, I'm going to risk whether it's, you know, $5, $10, $20, $30, whatever your parameter is, versus what you're going to get. And then what the binary does, which he put together, which is a trip, is that it's actually going to tell you what the binary is worth at certain
whatever
prices.
Price you want.
So that exactly. So you can put a price and say, okay, when it gets to this price, the binary is this. And I can tell you, no matter how long you've been trading, you know, we all do these mental calisthenics, and you have to when you're trading, like, okay, what is this thing worth? Well, it's a lot easier when the software tells you what it's worth so that you can concentrate on the execution, you know.
Exactly. You just go there and say, 5 points, what's it going to be? And you click, okay. And bam, there's what it's going to be worth when gold moves 5 points.
Yeah.
So,
I love it.
And it's live, too. So if gold moves 5 points, it'll tell you what it's going to be worth when it moves 5 more points. So it's constantly updating. See, like right there, it just updated as the price of gold's moving tick by tick right now.
No, it is. I only need a couple more dollars here.
I know, man. You're going right down there. You're nailing it. So we got 13.25 right now.
It's grinding. It's little by little. I just need that one spike, and it's going to get close here, man, because what you have, well, it's already cool. I mean, it can close right here and it'll be all right. But what does happen, of course, is that with gold, $6 is nothing either way. So,
well, I mean, one of the biggest clues you had right there. I mean, there are several things I have that popped up on my charts for short gold, but like you were talking about, just that volume spike.
Right.
So we had that massive spike right over here, and usually you get some sort of pullback when that happens.
Yeah.
So we got the massive spike. It pulled back to about where it was before the spike happened. Right
it
now,
did.
so
well,
that's,
you know, it's amazing. Even with those 30 contracts, I can close them right now and make $830. So
yeah,
it's like,
and I got a short setup. But also, we hit settlement. So we hit 0.5. Notice that right there.
Okay.
So we came down here with the negative 0.5 deviation level on gold. See what that's like right where it stopped.
Oh, interesting.
Turned right back around. We hit settlement. This is where it was at yesterday when it settled out over, you know, CME Group.
Yeah.
And COMEX there. And then that's where it came back down off of it. So it's played that spike, and every time it's hitting that, it's spiking. So like right there, we get a spike in settlement, and this was like at 4 a.m. after it ran up.
Okay, so watch this, folks. Now, what that means, what Darrell's saying, that means that I really need a little downdraft here. Because, see, in that context, it's like, okay, man, this can just stay right here, period. I mean, because, you know, you get settlement, you get there's a spike on the other side that I use the spike to basically sell it. But guess what? At the bottom of that, well, it will hold that price, too. So I need someone to come in there and just pop it for a bit.
Yeah. Well, the nice thing is that spike was right down at 1320, but it started the spike at 1324.
Right.
So really, the price you're going for is like right where that last big spike happened on the way down.
Right.
So you're trying to basically right in between those two is what you're targeting, and I mean you're right there. So you don't have a whole lot left to go.
No, but, it's not, and it's a short time frame. The thing that's really cool here, so check this out, folks. You know, if you've traded, whether it's gold or silver in the futures market, there's no way that you can turn around and have only that type of risk, dollar risk on the market, folks. Because you got to remember something. You know, a point in the gold contract, okay, is $100, folks. Okay, every point. Okay. You know, so...
well, I mean, yeah, they can move 5, 10 points without even thinking about it.
They do.
I mean, we see it move 150 points sometimes. You know, just in the past couple of months, we've seen that.
There's no doubt, man. There's no doubt. It's just...
Well, I mean, you hop over to oil. I mean, a point is $1,000.
Yes. Okay, let's do that.
That doesn't scare the crap out of most people, you know?
Yeah.
So,
and
I love to trade oil. I'm like, I do too. On Nadex.
Yeah, no. You know what? I haven't traded oil on Nadex yet. I got to do that, man. Because okay, hold it. CLU3. CL. Man, I'm telling you. Okay, so she's ready too. Look at this. So what's happening with oil right now, folks? We're at 104.34. She just broke out the lows. Now, the low she broke out is 104.38. Interesting. Let me put this back 5 days and see what we got. Oh, man, this is going to be interesting because if she closes...
We had the same low as yesterday, pretty much just now.
I know.
We actually didn't break the low of yesterday.
No. And if she could get a little bit lower, man, that's when that whole elevator deal is going to happen. And that elevator deal in oil, folks, if you think gold can go, oil can get crushed in 2 seconds, man. This is going to be cool, man. This is a trip.
Yeah, this is actually a seasonal time right now today. I'm always doing seasonalities and everything too. Yeah, this is it's a long, like from 11 a.m.
Okay.
It's one of the trades I do. Now I do it on binaries because seasonality does have its limitations. I just go with the probability factor with the risk reward. But it actually does have a bullish from 11 to 2:30 tendency on this trading day of the month.
Oh. So you can buy it, get a pop. Interesting. Okay.
Right. What I do is I look for the in the money binary at 11.
Yep.
And so just barely, like the $50 binary.
And see,
so I'm on a 1-to-1 risk reward.
Yeah.
So as long as it finishes higher, I'll make $50.
That's pretty cool. But you know why, folks? So picture this. I totally understand that too. So you got into the low here. So what we did with oil was, watch this. The spike low yesterday had 13,330 contracts.
It was pretty loaded.
Yeah, that was
it was right about a little earlier than this, but about this time of day.
It was at 10:10. So watch this. And the spike we had, the first one was only 6,700 contracts. So that's saying, hey, guess what? It's gonna pop. Now that's technically, fundamentally, it totally makes sense that it can pop because it's over the weekend. It's like, do people really want to basically shot oil over the weekend? Probably not.
Right. Also yesterday it went down to a 0.7 deviation. Today we're at a 0.7 deviation.
Okay.
So we're broken through about the same amount on both days. So, there's a lot. The statistics show that this is a point where it could pop. Technically, it shows it could pop right here because we're not breaking down with the lows with higher volume.
No, I can see it.
And then seasonally, like on this trading day of the month, it usually goes up from 11 to 2:30. I always base them on 11 because I let the stuff get out of the...
Okay.
Basically, either I do it from 6 to the close of market, 6 p.m. to the close of market, or I do it from 11 a.m. to close of market. Because in the morning, there's just too much volatility to try it.
No, I can see that.
And you'll see a lot of turns happen right around 11. Also, that's when all the Fed bond buying and stuff goes into effect.
Yes.
So that has an impact on the market as well. And it's created its own seasonality all in and of itself. So, but yeah, we're right there. We got... I still have a short technically on my chart, but looking at the volume technicality, it's like, well, it could pop on back up. We'll see.
Now watch this.
But I trade the probabilities though. So
I'm telling you, it's going to be close, folks. So gold is at 530. I got that order in to buy, and come on, baby, come to daddy.
I'm up $105 on my trade right now.
Right now, you got. Come on, baby.
You want to know what I did on this? What are you up now?
You're up a lot, probably.
1550. Nice.
Yeah.
So I went and I did a binary on the trade.
I did
a premium collection.
So you're in the money right now, right?
Oh yeah, I sold. I started in the money. I sold the 1330s.
Right. Okay.
So I'm like, you know what? If gold just stays flat, goes down, or goes up all the way to 1330,
right, I
profit.
All right.
So there's a lot of cool ways to do it. That's that's what I love about this.
There is, and what I was saying a little bit earlier, folks. Okay, that the market was getting acceleration on the way down. Now it's really starting to get some steam. You get the Dow off 120, Nasdaq off 17, S&Ps are off 11, and this is still really early for some steam, folks. Let me tell you. And sure enough, the dollar's getting traction, man. That euro trade. She's flat. She hasn't gone in the money yet. So the reason for that, folks, would be that I needed a couple ticks, and I got the ticks now. So we'll see where that shakes out. Watch this. I'm going to get executed. 1321. By the time we get back, folks, that trade's going to be closed. Oh, what a beautiful way to go into a Friday. This is Tom O'Brien, Darrell Martin. You stay right there, folks. We'll come right back. We have the Dow off 128, Nasdaq off 18, S&P's off 11. We're going to be right back.
Patterns, profits, and peace of mind.
Are you looking for a precision edge in the market? Something that can stack the odds in your favor? Then look into Larry Pesavento's trading newsletter.
Patterns, profits, and peace of mind.
In each weekly issue, Larry explains what's going to happen in the markets based on the pattern he sees developing and gives you actionable trade ideas based on those patterns. Plus, you'll get his detailed analysis on a variety of markets and sectors, including stocks, treasury bonds, the gold market, oil, the dollar, the Forex market, and more. You'll get access to all the patterns Larry is seeing in the markets, plus the Astro Harmonics and powerful Bradley stock market model that Larry utilizes for less than $5 a day. An extremely potent combination that will give you the edge you've been looking for. Try patterns, profits, and peace of mind absolutely free for 2 full weeks. That's an $85 value. Yours free when you register right now.
Get Larry's patterns, profits, and peace of mind.
And get the edge you've been looking for.
Tom O'Brien's weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, has helped subscribers for over 10 years navigate the high-risk world of exploring and producing gold companies. And now's a great time to sign up for a free month-long trial to see the kind of insight that Tom delivers for his subscribers on a weekly basis. Every Monday, Tom O'Brien issues a quick update on the metal market, giving you his take on the HUI, XAU, GLD, dollar, bonds, and much more. Tom follows Monday's update with a full gold report, which is delivered to subscribers Tuesday afternoon with detailed coverage of 24 separate gold or metal stocks, as well as another 10 to 15 stocks that he lets you know are on his potential watch list. Get your month-long free trial to the Gold Report today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Don't spend another year navigating the metal markets on your own. Act early in 2013 and make the most of your gold and metal market investments. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Nowhere, spelled N-O-W-H-E-R-E. At one point, we've all been there, whether it be our health, career, or our finances. Some might be there right now. So where are you when it comes to your trading and investing? Better yet, where would you like to be? The good news, I can take you from nowhere to now here right now. Same letters, N-O-W-H-E-R-E, just a totally different emphasis and focus. Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes with TFNN, and on July 25th at 6:30 p.m., I'm going to share with you a trading strategy that I began on May 10th when the S&P was at 1627 and closed at the same price 8 weeks later. That's right, the S&P went nowhere versus a trading strategy that produced a 100% hypothetical return in that same period of time, and it's now here for you. Subscribers to my daily newsletter service, Mastering Probability, have free access to this exciting live workshop. The trend is your friend. All the details are on the homepage of TFNN.com. Decisions shape your destiny, and your trading destiny is now here for you.
Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. Darrell Martin, Tom O'Brien. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. If you haven't test drove this Nadex platform, folks, it's not too late. Come over to our website at TFNN. Just hit the banner. You can bring it up. Takes all about a minute and a half to bring that platform up, folks. They'll put $25,000 of funny money into it, and you can start to understand how this platform works and why it's so dynamic. Right now, market-wise, you get the Dow off 142, Nasdaq down 21, S&Ps are off 12. And needless to say, we bingo at gold. The gold's down 1160. That trade is closed out. The gravy is there. And the euro trades in the money are now, too. So dollar wants to go topside. It's rejected lower price. Done it with lighter volume. All of the above. It's a beautiful thing, man. I like this going into a weekend like this. Darrell.
Name is what?
Yeah.
Yep. Are you there?
Yeah.
Can you hear? Yeah. Okay. Got a friend who's looking at buying a house, and his friend, or him and his wife, are looking around trying to buy a house. And so they're wondering right now, they're looking at interest rates, and they're wondering what is like now the time to get it because the rates are going to just keep creeping up, or what would you say? What's your outlook on that?
I think rates are still going to go down. You know?
You think so?
Yeah. I mean, the bottom line is that, I'm bullish beyond belief in the housing business. We have a lot of houses. I have 30 houses right now.
Obviously, I mean, they're looking to buy. I'm just saying, as far as timing on getting that loan for, the house, what would you say might be a good perspective on trying to when to lock in that rate?
I would, I'd lock it in right now. I mean, but my point is that the lock-in of the rate versus what housing wants to do, meaning housing's going to go up more than people realize. It already has happened. I've seen this three separate times, and it's always it's not that it always works the same way, but it's when you can get housing under the cost, and then you take the tax implications of it. It's there, man. And the acceleration. You talk about getting help. Well, the government's helping every different way because you get a leveraged product that you can put a very minimum amount on and really basically get something. So my take on the rates is that the bond, the 30-year, the 10-year bond have already bottomed in this acceleration on the way down. And what we're going to see is that we're going to see an expansion right up again. We're at 134. 140 is game here, and we'll see what kind of traction you get at 140. So what you're going to have, folks, is that when this king dollar goes, two different things end up happening. When king dollar goes and that wants to go higher, all foreigners that are putting money in bonds, they make it both ways. Like I have an investor from Australia inside the fund, right? And the investor's so smart, it's amazing, because he felt that the Aussie dollar was going down also, right? Well, guess what? The Aussie dollar is down 10%. So what ends up happening, he's got two different things happening. He took Aussie money, put it into U.S. money, put it into the fund, made money with the dollar, his Aussie dollar, U.S. dollar, plus with the real estate, okay? And that's, I know. So you got to understand, folks, how foreigners are moving money, okay? If everyone just looks around here, you can't just look around here in the context of it. So bonds... What happens with bonds, of course, is, hey, I want to go into the U.S. The rest of the world, folks, is toast. They're not toast, but the bottom line compared to the U.S., okay? So they're putting their money in the U.S. dollar. They want bonds. Why? They want to know they're going to get their money back. That's what it really comes down to. So,
right.
Yeah, I tell them buy right now, man. Because the difference and 0.75% or percent is not enough not to buy. That's what it really comes down to also. Do you know what I mean?
Okay. Well, I promised him I'd ask you. So.
That's a beautiful thing. Listen, folks, you stay right there. We got our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, coming up next. Darrell, thank you so much, man. You have a great one, safe one. We look forward to the show this afternoon at 1.
Hey, great show, man. You
have a great one,
weekend.
folks. Have a safe one. Stay safe. We're going to be right back.
Recently, Basil Chapman has had some outstanding trades in his newsletter, The Opening Call. Each morning by 9 a.m., Basil uploads his newsletter to the TFNN servers so that his subscribers can access his expert trading advice. Basil gives his take on the direction of key indices and updates any active trades that his subscribers are currently in. Just recently, Basil subscribers closed out a short position in Chipotle Mexican Grill, CMG, for more than an $86 profit per share, over a 20% gain in just one position. If you'd like to try out Basil Chapman's newsletter, The Opening Call, then visit the front page at TFNN.com and click Trading Newsletters. There you'll find Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, where you can request a free sample copy. Also, don't miss Basil's program, The Tiger Technicians Hour, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern, on TFNN.